Hello, Right Club. Welcome to the REITE Bites. So we have a countdown, and we're working on a really nice one with some extracts of visuals from previous in-person events that we had in the past. It's going to be fun, reminiscing, and looking forward to what's happening in 2022. So tonight, I'm very excited to have Brian on to chat about what's going on in 2022. I see lots going on in the media in the world of mortgages. There's lots of talk about increasing down payments, things like that. So welcome, Brian.
Thank
Can you tell us what you've read and if you've heard anything since you're a mortgage expert?
Yeah, thanks, Francois. I'm super excited to be here. I appreciate it, and for everybody, the right club out there, it's going to be a fun year for real estate investment. And
Yes.
when it comes down to the government, there's been lots of noise. I think there's no shortage of news articles saying that investors are taking up a lot of the supply. There was a Bank of Canada report published that said real estate investment transactions have gone up 100% over the past 2 years.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it's not surprising that it's on the government's radar to say, hey, how do
Yeah.
we help people? So definitely when it comes down to an increase in down payment is one of the solutions. And I think it's important to remember it wasn't that long ago that, prior to 2010, it was around 2007, 2008, you could actually buy an investment property with 0% down.
Yes, I remember that. The good even cash back, so not an investment, but
Yeah,
your primary. So you got $5,000 and no down payment. That was nuts.
I know. So you had the Canada Mortgage and Housing insured mortgage. You're getting a decent rate. You're buying and I know if me and you could hop in our DeLoreans right now, we probably would have bought 500 properties
Oh
when we
my,
we
yes.
had that, right? So it is interesting. So that just to remember that the government they increased the down payment by 15% before to make it 20%,
Yeah.
right? So will they make it 40%? Maybe, maybe not. Will they make it 25? Will they make it 30? There has been talks of just changing it from you can't borrow it from your secured line of credit anymore, right?
Yeah,
So,
that would already be a big change. And we experienced that for a short while at the beginning of the pandemic,
right.
where Scotia, who allows it quite a bit, did not for a few months. And then they went back to regular business, but that might be coming to an end.
Right. And I think it's something too just to be aware of because a lot of times we think of these government changes or government intervention on the purchase side of the transaction. It's important for our Right Club community to remember that it could very well affect your refinance side too.
Yes.
So that is
Oh
that
my.
is yeah, because if your strategy is to take money out based on a certain percentage later, when that rule comes into effect, a lot of your success may be determined based on how much runway they give us. They may give you
Oh.
30 days before it's implemented. They may give you 1 day. That would not be fun. I would hate them for that, but they may give you 6 months, right? So I
Yeah.
think based on your strategy, it's really important to understand that change, not only on the purchase, but on the refinance side too.
So yeah, the BRRRR strategy, especially, I mean, oftentimes you count on that 80% refinance of the new value. If now you go back up to 60, that might leave a lot of that renovation money in there, and now you're stuck with a place. And yeah, we might look at flipping. There you go. So
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the other one that's on their hit list
yeah,
is to really deter the speculative buying for people that are like, buying the new constructions. They go in and buy 2, 3, 4 condos. As soon as they're done, they're turning them over, right? So I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see more restriction or increased tax or restriction on that capital gain for the primary residence portion. I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if we see something there too.
No, that would make sense. Flipping, I hope they don't touch the flippings as in renovating, because I find yes, there is profit, but people are also doing a service because it's oftentimes in a neighborhood or an area that needs to be renovated and brought back to life. And I think that would be a shame because then we'd see more distressed properties just staying on the market because no one wants to touch them. So that would
True.
be unfortunate. Maybe the speculative reserving apartment like condos and flipping them, okay, that I could see. That is kind of a luxury and very speculative. But yeah,
Yeah. I agree. It'll be interesting. The only thing that worries me is usually they pick a segment of the market to tackle, so it's not too broad of a stroke. But whenever they pick a segment, there's always an unintended consequence, and it's always that one where it's like, ooh, we didn't think about that. That's not good. So that will be the interesting part to see what aftermath comes after a government intervention or implementation.
Yeah, long-term repercussions. So this is just a preview of our upcoming event on January 18th. So next week on Tuesday at 7 p.m., Brian will be on and talking about outlook for 2022, what's going on, which we did very briefly tonight, but we'll have more. And Brian, I've been meaning to ask you as well. So what's new at Mission 35? I'm sure you guys have all kinds of things brewing for the new year, and what's up with your company?
Yeah, well, you know what? We've got two new amazing things. We opened up our training program again. So we were kind of like just fulfilling orders on the mortgage side for the past couple of years. So now that we've built up our scale and staff, we started our training program. So for people that want to become a mortgage agent, get into the career, we're really excited, and we love obviously working with real estate investors. We're opening up a new office in Oakville, so we're expanding close to the GTA. And we're putting out a promotion for helping people get mortgage free. So if anybody has been touched by someone at Mission 35 to help get mortgage free, and we say mortgage free is sort of like you got rid of all your bad debt. You may still have some good debt, but you got the bad debt gone. Reach out to us because we've got a real special promotion going on for people that we've helped and touched getting mortgage free.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So lots of good things happening. And if our members and listeners want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to reach you, Brian, or your team? Because I know you have
great.
a big team.
You can just Google us at Mission 35. You can email us at info@mi35.ca, or you can DM me on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. Just reach out, get in touch, and our team will be happy to help.
Yeah, and I love your Instagram. There's some great content there. So if anyone hasn't checked it out, there's some great tips and tricks to help you and navigate the world of real estate investing and mortgages more specifically.
Awesome.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Brian. See you soon.
Thanks, Francois. We'll see you next week. Thanks again.